We are at Mitchell Monuments, Fremont Wanima National Forest. And there's a story on it, so we're gonna tell you down there as we move. The Silent Assassin, World War II. And there's that balloon. So my honey knows the story about this.
During World War II, the Japanese launched bomb balloons from northern Japan, and high altitude balloons, and their desire was to have these balloons come across the Pacific Ocean into the Pacific Northwest, and then as they started lowering down into lower altitudes, then the bombs would blow up and cause forest fires. That was their thinking. And this here site is Mitchell Monument. Here is where one of the balloons actually landed, and actually there was some Boy Scouts out here on a camping trip, and it actually killed a couple of Boy Scouts. It was in 1945. A quiet Sunday afternoon on May 5th, 1945, Archie Mitchell, the new pastor of the Christian and Missionary Alliance Church in Bly, Oregon, took his pregnant wife Elsa and 5 Sunday school students on a picnic at Gerhardt Mountain. It was 1945.
Yeah. So this is the Healing and Hope, peace for that.
Yep, healing and hope for peace. And it's amazing because we're still hoping
For peace. Okay, follow. So we're gonna open the gate. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna go see the monument right there. See, this is one of the sightseeing you wanna go when you like to do outdoors. You just go follow some of the map that the Forest Service gave you, and it'll give you the direction where to go. And this is what the people you can.
the pastor's wife, Elsa Mitchell, age 26. Dick Potts, age 14. Jay Gifford, age 13. Edward Injun, age 13. Joan Potts, age 13. And Sherman Shoemaker, age 11. Died here May 5, 1945 by Japanese bomb explosion. And this was the only place on the American continent where death resulted from enemy action during World War II.
So there's history behind this monument, and I'm just gonna go kind of goof around here, take pictures. It's not even recorded, but so this tree here, it got damaged from the balloon that got exploded in 1945. So this is one of the monument that stand in here in the memorial site.
Living monument.
Living monument in the memorial site of Mitchell Monuments, Sharpnel tree, Pinus ponderosa. Okay, so there you go. Some of my blog history here in Bly, Oregon. Right, Jim?
Yep.
So it's about, it's right there. Right there.
40 years after the fatal explosion, Yuzura John Takashita, who with his family spent World War II at an internment camp in Tule Lake, California, discovered the balloon bombs he'd heard rumors of during the war were real. he saw a Fugo at the Smithsonian Institution National Air and Space Museum, where he learned for the first time of the fatal explosion, just 55 miles from where he'd been interned. 5 children and a woman pregnant with her first child was the only victims of a weapon that had been made by children. Takashita later met Yoshiko Hasaga, whose high school students had made balloons during the war. He gave her the names of the 6 victims. Moved with remorse, Hasaga and a group of her former students folded 1,000 paper cranes and wrote letters of apology to the victims' relatives. Takashita translated the letters and delivered them with the cranes to Edward Ed Patsuki and his sister Dottie, who lost 2 siblings in the explosion. Together they planted the cranes at the foot of the monument, which the Weyerhaeuser Corporation had dedicated in 1950. In 1995, a group of women who helped make the balloons when they were in high school traveled to Bly in honor of the tragedy 50th anniversary. They planted Japanese cherry trees at the memorial site, laid 1,000 more paper cranes at the monument. They sang songs and shed tears and prayed for peace. Yoshiko Iwabi, one of the women who attended, says, "I lost my brother during the war in Singapore. He was 27. His tank exploded, but this involved 5 young children. These young children bothers me more. This was on my mind for 50 years. Now it feels as if a big weight has been lifted. Healing and hope for peace, and we are still not any smarter today than we were back then."